When I tell you that the AGT is a very, very capable, very strong machine, I want you to understand that I have not babied this thing. Take a look. I just plucked this huge stump out of the ground. Look how many stumps I pulled with this thing. Now, I just want to tell you that we're not playing around here, people. I know the online forums are saying, yeah, but can you pull tree stumps with it? Well, yes you can if you have the right attachments. You notice I took my bucket off, and I'm about to show you an attachment that says, you, the DIYer, you can pluck out stumps. These are not small trees, people. These are not small trees. You got a lot of haters on there saying, you can't do much with them machines. You just can't do much with them. Let your boy Bri take you and walk you around for a second. I'm telling you right now, this machine, look at it. Just look at it. Purrs like a kitten. These are big stumps, people. Now these have been burning for the last couple of maybe 8 to 12 hours. They're wet, but they're still burning. This is not a small stump. And I have a stump grappler on there. It rips the roots apart. And it's like a single claw. But as you can see, your boy Bri is not playing around with the AGT Industrial. Okay? So, I want you to understand that if you do think you're thinking of getting one of these machines, that it's not a bad idea. It's not a bad idea. Now you can see the hook I got on there. Let's bring it in a little closer for you. Okay? It's a hook that says when you're done getting it out of the ground, you can scrape the bottom of the stump, get all the mud off it, just like this one. And you notice that's all the mud right there. And once these burn, I don't want to have to revisit these stumps. You know what I mean? I don't want to have as a situation. Hold on one second. Let's have a conversation here. What I don't want to do is have a situation that says every time I come out here to try to do something or spread something, that my blade is hitting the top of a stump. And if you don't know, you can't move unless you have a D8. You're not going to move the top of a stump top. So this is a huge hole here, people. This is probably 10 by 10. And like I said, I've removed all the dirt around it with the bucket. And then you go in and you grab this big tearing device on the end. And trust me, if I was going to tell you something right now, if there was going to be a problem with this machine, I would have found it by now. And I'll be quite honest with you. If it's either have this or have no machine, I want this machine. I'm not going to spend 60, 70 grand on a small machine just because it has a John Deere sign on the side of it, or a Kubota, or a Bobcat sign. Now, when I tell you that this thing does a lot of work, I want you to understand that. It does. Look at the size of these stumps I'm popping out with this thing. Now, your boy Bri did buy the ripper attachment. And what that does is it goes around the edge of the stump, just like this one out here. Let me show you. You notice this right here, how this is ripped out? I reached in there and just ripped them. You got to take a couple shots at it, but you rip the, I don't know what you'd call them, the main roots. And then you can go ahead and get underneath the thing and erode it. If especially like out here in the woods, I've got a little bit of water right here. You can erode that, and then you can pluck them out. These ones are far enough back, the one with the axe handle, and this one here, I think they're far enough back I won't need to mess with them. because like I said, I've got plenty of room, but when I come in here, I don't want to, and I spread fill, I don't want to have to be looking at the top of a tree stump and catching that and saying, oh, son of a gun, I got to go another foot higher because I can't, you know, navigate around it. Yeah, there's the scenario. We're getting her done. We're getting her done right. And we're saying, if you've got an AGT or you thinking of getting one, you will not go wrong. Now, I have heard some nightmares. Let's just have a conversation here. I have had some nightmares, heard about some nightmares about people getting them in and they say, oh, they're junk and this and that. Okay, well, there's a few things that's happening. They ship these without a real engine oil in them. They just put a preservative in them. And guys think, oh, that's a break-in fluid. No, that's going to break it. That's for sure. And you're going to need some fluids, but it's not break-in fluid. It's a transfer or a shipping fluid. Now, the guy I bought mine from, he's like your boy Bry. He's very thorough. He goes through them. He tightens all the bolts. He adjusts the tracks. He does all the legwork for you ahead of time. And his name is Tony or Anthony. He's out in Niagara Falls. Tell him your boy Bry sent you, and he'll take good care of you. He changes the fluids out, puts real engine oil in them. He checks all the hydraulic fluid. He, he does everything you need on this. Now, I'll just say this. I haven't really had to do anything with this machine, you know. The only thing, if I've got anything negative to say, I'll try to find something. But the seat is a little, you know, it's for like an Asian person. They're small. They are not the greatest material. But what do you want? Do you want, I mean, I've even got seats off of name brand stuff that don't hold up. So, if anything, you could upgrade your seat maybe. I think that's about it. I don't know what else you could do to it. Now, there are some that have a real small, it's like a canopy top that's got the real small 3/4 of an inch tubing around it. Now, mine don't have that. Mine's got the heavier channel to hold up around it. And then the other ones have like 4 holding the canopy up. Mine's just got 2. It's like a ROPS. Now, I don't think it's a ROPS like it would protect you if it rolled over, but it may. I mean, it's pretty sturdy. It looks pretty good. But the other ones, like right here, would be a pole, and it kind of gets in the way of your knees and stuff. So that would be the only thing I could think of is upgrade the seat. And if I do that, I think I'm going to get a seat belt, just because sometimes when it comes forward, it wants to throw you forward a little bit if you're lifting something and it slips off it. But other than that, maybe some foot pedals. I don't know, where you can just rest your feet. I think that's about it. You keep it greased, keep the oil changed every 8-10 hours. That's about it, people. And as you can see, let's get you one more look here. The Ripper blade is not a joke. We're plucking stumps, we're burning them. We're getting her done, we're getting her done right. And we're saying to ourselves, compound living is not for everybody. But if you're a city dweller and you say to yourself, I would never want a piece of property like that where I could go out and there's bugs out there and there's all kinds of trees and I wouldn't want that kind of maintenance. Well, it's just not for you, you know. But on the same token, a guy like me looks at this and sees heaven. I see heaven. I can get into trouble out here. I can get into doing some stuff. I don't have to ask a HOA if I can paint my mailbox. I don't have to ask the HOA if I can scratch my ass. I don't have to ask the HOA if I can have a garden, or, you know, I don't have to do that. I come out here and I can mess around, you know. But we're getting the fire and we're burning these stumps. This is the last of the stumps. And we're saying to ourselves, once we get these trees out of here, we're even gonna harvest them, bring them up front, and we're gonna burn them in the wood boiler. But we're getting her done, and we're getting these trailers ready. And like I said, the next thing I do is going to be getting my dump trailer ready, and we're going to bring some fill in here. I think I'm just going to haul number 4 item crush and bring it in, really compact it. I've got a plate compactor coming, and once we get that, we're going to do a review on it. And we're going to go ahead and we're going to get this. If you don't know, in my last lifetime, I used to do concrete, I used to do groundwork, I used to do all that. So your boy Bry is more than just a pretty face, if you know what I mean. I've done the hard work, and I've been forged in that type of work for a long time. And I'm just telling you right now, I guarantee you this is going to be right. You're going to pull up to my property and say, wow, look at them Connex boxes back there. They're really, really set up nice. You could store a lot of stuff in there. And that's what I'm going to do. I have seasonal stuff. I have regular bins of bolts and all kinds of stuff. I want to build a shelf along it, and I want to bring you along with me and say, you, the DIYer, can do exactly what I'm doing and even more. If you can believe for it and envision it, you can do it too. But there you go. There's the ripper blade that rips the... I'm not talking about little saplings. If you put that... I don't even put that on for saplings. I just leave the bucket on there. The bucket's got 3 teeth. You just reach on the edge of that sapling, and that's out the ground. Okay? Now, this is for bigger trees. This is for bigger trees, and this says, use your head, use common sense, don't get yourself in a jam, always watch where you're at, and you too can do this. If you want one, I would say go through Tony. He's up in Niagara Falls, and he's a guy that says, I'm not going to do you wrong, and I'm not going to do you dirty. That means something. And, you know, I had a friend of mine stop over today, and he bought one of these brand new Ford Mavericks. What a nice vehicle that is. Now, it's a nice vehicle, but it's even nicer when you have the blackout package. And that's what, if I was going to get one, that's what I would get, the blackout package. It's really cool. It's got, I forget what type of white it is, but it's like, it's a white like you've never seen before. I promise you that. The whole truck is white, but it's got like a, I forget what they call it. He gave me the name of it, and I can't remember it. Your boy Bryce just can't remember. I'm having a Joe Biden moment on that, but it's a nice truck. It's pretty cool. It's got a tow package on it. It's got, we put mud flaps on it. We did, maybe I'll do a review on that if he lets me. You know what I mean? But we just don't take it for granted that people want you on their videos, if you know what I mean. Because sometimes your boy Bry's a little controversial, and we don't want to be attached to people like that sometimes that are controversial, because, you know, the rest of the community looks at you like, hey, let's go get him. But, you know, if you're attached to me, you could be right on the same boxcar Willie with me, if you know what I mean. But it's a nice truck. It's a good truck. It's a solid truck. It's a truck that says, if you want good gas mileage and you want a turbo, I think it's a 4-cylinder turbo, and you want more horsepower than a Honda Ridgeline, ho-ho, let's go. That's the one you want. And do not get the normal color one. Don't get me wrong, the red and the blue is pretty, but I forget, I've got to ask him what the name of that white is again. But it's like a white that in certain angles it looks different. It must have some kind of pearl in it, but it's really, really sharp. And it's got the stripes on the hood. It's got a lot of accents. It's got a bottle opener on it. It's got a bottle opener on the tailgate. That's the other thing we did. We put a easy assist tailgate on it, a hydraulic setup on there. But he got a tonneau cover with it. He got all kinds of stuff. But this ain't about my buddy's truck so much, but it's kind of a nice truck, so it's on my mind, if you know what I mean. But this is your boy Bry. I've got to get on down there.